Hi guys, it's Danielle Iwata here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope this video finds you all well. Can we just talk about my map? I can see it in my camera. I'm so proud of my map. I designed it with my friend Brenda. Woohoo, Brenda! She's a graphic designer and she was so patient with me and my vision. So I wanted something that was colorful, educational, engaging, but also professional for an adult. I'm so glad we finished it in time before this quarantine started, so we got to print it and frame it. Once you apply to SayABC and you pass the initial application, as you know, SayABC will invite you to a demo because the interview is the demo. They'll invite you to do your demo. By the way, SayABC is an online platform providing native English speakers to teach in China remotely from the comfort of their homes. So if you are interested in applying, you can use my link below, or if you apply manually, you can enter my code, which is EGGGC. 3 Gs. Usually under normal circumstances, your interview could be live or it could be recorded. However, there are certain times that due to influx or lack of staff, that the only option available to a possible teacher is actually the recorded interview. At times the live interview will not be available. The only interview option will be the recorded, because doing the recorded demo allows the staff in China to watch the videos and churn them out instead of having to do a live interview. And these days I've been getting a lot of emails about that recorded interview, what to do, how it's like. So I thought it would be helpful to make a video that really explains it and breaks down my tips and my suggestions to help you have a successful interview. And let's just clarify something. A lot of people are saying, I'm gonna do my interview and then I'm gonna do my demo. No, your demo is your interview is your demo, they're the same thing. And frankly, the fact that you are invited to an interview means you've already passed the screening. So it's not like an interview where there'll be questions that are curveballs or weird things. And what's more, the most important part of your interview is your demo. That's where you're demonstrating how you would conduct or how you would teach a lesson. And they expect you to do well because they've literally given you the lesson ahead of time in that PDF. So the most important part of your interview is that demo. It determines if you pass or fail, if you continue the process or if the process stops there with you. So before I jump into my tips with the interview, I just want to go over a couple of FAQs that maybe you have. What are the interview questions? I know you might wonder, right? On the interview, there'll be one slide that has, they call it compulsory questions, just the questions they want you to answer about yourself. One is basically, why are you interested in SayABC? 2, your experience. What experience do you have? It's okay to say that you work for another company, by the way, that's fine. Number 3, like a question that asks you how you would deal with a class situation, like a very hyper student and a very shy student, okay? Things like that. Hint, hint, you can't fail. The fact that you've been invited to the interview means you've already qualified. Those questions, you can't really mess them up, and then the next part is the demo where you have to wow them. Another FAQ I wanted to talk about is when you sign up, you get the option to download the lesson materials, right? It's a 32-page PDF. And those 32 pages are 3 different lessons. So you don't teach that whole thing. Go look through it. There's a level 0, which is a basic beginner student, a level 1, which is a beginner student, and level 2, which is a more intermediate student. So those levels you look through, you pick which one you want to teach. And that's the one you'll jump to. In the interview, there'll be level 0, stay on page 2, level 1, jump to page 12. So you just pick one. You do get to pick which one you want to teach. So you don't teach all 3. Your demo should be between 10 and 15 minutes. So that would be crazy if you taught that whole 32 page. So just pick one demo. In your demo, I know SayABC is a platform for multiple students, but in your demo itself, you just pretend that there's one. You don't have to pretend that there's 4. I know it's a little weird, the instructions that SayABC might give, so let me explain again. If you're doing the recorded demo, you enter the SayABC platform. Then there'll be an option to go in to rehearse once. You have half an hour. You can go in and out as much as you want in that half an hour. But once that half an hour is done, the next time you go in will be to record. But don't stress out too much about it because you have the information, the lessons, right? You have that downloaded. Between us, as a personal tip, I know it says for the recorded you can re-record like 3 times, so you have half an hour. Guys, just go in, record once, submit that one. Just do it. Because if not, you're gonna get flustered. You're doing it again and again. So prepare yourself that you've rehearsed, practice on your own, go in, record just once, and submit that. Another question I get is, where's the record button? The platform is automatically recording you as soon as you're in there. There's no button you have to click to start the recording. 8 tips I have on things that I think that you really should focus on to have a successful recorded interview. Tip number 1, prepare. So prepare ahead of time. They can totally tell when you haven't prepared. I'll link a video here. There's gonna be a card that has I in it. You can click it for more. There's another video of when I got to go to China 2 years ago to the SayABC headquarters. I did an interview with their top interviewer at the time, Amanda, and her tip number 1 also was to prepare and practice. She said she can tell right away when someone has kind of just skimmed through the material or not really prepared. So how can you practice? Okay, like I mentioned, you already have the PDF, right? So you could open that on your computer, and now a lot of people are using Zoom. If you're not familiar with Zoom, it's an online platform like Skype for video chatting and video conferencing. But what's cool about Zoom is that you can create a fake meeting on your laptop. Create a fake meeting, and you can watch yourself on that video, and you can watch, how do I look? Maybe you think you're smiling, or maybe you think you're doing good TPR, but really, it's so-so. And you can see yourself. And what's cool about the Zoom window is it's identical almost. It's basically what you see in Zoom is exactly what you see in your SayABC window. So like when I was hanging my map, I used Zoom to make sure it was like the perfect height, so it's in my camera. To know your good angles, your bad angles, how does my face look, how does the lighting look? So when you're practicing, also practice that you're teaching someone. Practice your TPR, cueing it with your instructions. What do you see? I know it sounds silly, but doing that, it's like muscle memory. Doing that in Zoom or in the mirror will help you in your demo. It comes to you more naturally. Number 2 is make your space, your presentation, your professionalism. I've been a teacher for 5+ years. You don't even have the job yet, so don't go crazy, but they are looking that you have some kind of a dedicated professional teaching space that you've invested in doing a little bit of work to make yourself presentable. It can simply be a white wall behind you. If I had nothing, I would print out 2 things, the SayABC logo and a teacher sign with my name on it, put it on the wall behind me, and that's it. It can be very simple, but it must be professional. And if you want more information on being professional, you can check out another video here I made on how to be professional and professionalism in your online ESL classroom. Your camera level should be eye level. Usually for most of us, our cameras, our laptops, we're working on a table, right? We're looking down onto it. For your interview, for your demo, you need to have your camera at eye level. You even need to practice typing at eye level. Your laptop keyboard will be elevated. So I suggest even when you're practicing, put it up there, practice at eye level. Do it now, not only for your interview. Lighting. The best lighting would be to be in natural light. That would be ideal. Right now, I use a lamp, an overhead lamp, I use a desk lamp, and I use a selfie light for making sure that my face, my background, and my facial expressions are illuminated. You usually need more than you think to really illuminate yourself. Now, here's a trick, guys. Since the interview is recorded, you can do this on your own time at midday in the morning when the light is brightest. You can really use that to your advantage. Good lighting is important because no matter how good your TPR, your facial expressions, all of that is, it's of no use if they can't see you. So you want to make sure that they can see you very well. Your background, the SayABC logo, and your name. And that's it. That shows them that, you've done some kind of work. As far as uniform, there's no uniform required. Obviously be modest. No spaghetti straps or tank tops, I would suggest. Number 3 is your technology. Make sure your technology is up to par. The basics, a webcam, a headset. Now I have this headset, but you don't have to go out and buy a fancy headset. Also, your internet speed, it needs to be 20 Mbps. With SayABC, they do require a wired Ethernet connection. I think you could probably pass your interview without it, but you will need to get it eventually. Any third-party apps like ManyCam, CamTwist are not allowed, so make sure you have those disabled as well. So my tip number 4 is to slow down. I know I'm a hypocrite because right now I'm like, but for your interview, slow down. I know when we're nervous, we talk faster. And what else makes us more nervous than an interview? But remember, they're Chinese learners. They expect you to go slowly. If you were learning Chinese, what kind of pace would you need them to teach you? So let me show you how slow you should be. I know you think, hello, how are you? My name is Teacher Danny. That was actually too fast. Let's try again. How slow you should be going. Hello. Hello. How are you? My name is Teacher Danny. Okay? I know it seems exaggerated, right? It seems extra, so extra. And that's why I say practice that too when you are practicing your demo. Practice the speed it should be. Tip number 5, TPR. Basically, it means to act it out. When you use TPR, or total physical response, it creates a link in the brain of your learners to help remember the word. It also helps them to have more confidence, which is something that we really need when you're learning a new language, you're putting yourself out there. For a more detailed explanation, you can check out this video that I go into more about what TPR is, why the science behind it and why it works and why you should use it. And so they are looking for you to use TPR in your demo. For example, can you circle or throw the ball? Or cold. A jacket. Tip number 6 is a puppet. I highly recommend a puppet. You will always use it in your classroom. It can be really helpful to get a student to elicit a response to use when you're modeling. If you don't have a puppet, it can be a plush toy, a teddy bear or something like that. And if you truly don't have something, you could get creative and cut out a circle and draw a smiley face and put it on a popsicle stick or something like that. But it really is helpful for you to have it. I would use that in the intro slide when you're introducing yourself. My name is Teacher Danny. What's your name? And if you can pretend the student's not responding, you could say, what's your name? My name is Monkey. Hello, Monkey. Tip number 7 is to smile. I know you think you're smiling sometimes, but sometimes we're focusing on the slide and we have like a hostile resting face kind of thing going on. You want to have a smile on your face at all times and lots of energy. Your interview is recorded, right? So you have to transfer that warmth, that energy, that infectious fun. Tip number 8, very simple, have fun. Have fun with it. If you're not having fun, you're not enjoying your practice sessions, I think you're not doing it right. I know that you might feel embarrassed that you're doing this on camera, but they are qualifying you to teach children. So it's okay to be silly, be fun. It might make you feel weird, but it doesn't make you feel weird. It makes you stand out. So you could do stupid things. Monkey! Ooh. High five! For each person, it's a different thing, but have fun with it. Be silly, it's okay. So those are my 8 tips for things that I really recommend. I just want to go over really quickly what to avoid. Avoid incidental language. This is language that we use when we're explaining things or just filler words, for example. Okay, now we're going to click the button for the song, and then we're going to listen to the song, and then we're going to sing together. When you're learning a new language, the less words, the better. So really cut the fluff. Your best thing is to just click. Click to the next slide. I know sometimes we're nervous, we might say like, okay, let's move on. Try to avoid that. Just click. If you're gonna listen to a song, just click for the song. Listen, click. Okay, let's sing. And just really avoid the incidental language. They want you to demo that you can teach a basic student. Now mind you, of course not all SayABC students are basic. Some are very advanced, but they want you to demonstrate that you are capable of doing that. Alright, so I hope this was helpful to you. I know it's really a nerve-wracking experience, this whole demo and recorded interview thing. So I wanted to help you and support you in what I can with what I know to help you do the best job. If you are a current teacher and you have referrals or you have friends and family who are interested, you can feel free to share this video with them if you think it would be helpful to anyone who might need help in this crazy process. I went through it alone getting hired, and it would have been nice to have somebody to look to or a resource or guidance. So that's my purpose for making this video. If you like these kind of videos, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate your support and I'd love to have you here with me. All of my pertinent information is below, my Instagram, my email. If you need to reach me, the best way is by email. Seriously, please, please, please. I funnel everything through email. So if you need to get to me, my email is below. Thank you for putting up with my antics, and I will see you guys in my next video.